No problem. No problem. I have a different kind of video going for you today. This is a tutorial. I haven't done one of these in a really long time. I think like the last one I really remember doing was like how to edit photos on your phone. So that intro you just watched, I actually did that whole thing completely on my iPad. And in this video, I'm gonna show you how easy it actually is. So what I actually have set up right now is actually my laptop. Wow. Anyways, let's not worry about that. So what I have set up right now is my laptop to my monitor, just through this little dongle. But what I'm gonna do is put this dongle onto the iPad, and I will set up the mouse through the iPad too. Yeah, sometimes I do this, but most of the time I'm on the go, so I just edit with the iPad, like in my lap most of the time. Dude, I don't know what's going on with this thing. I swear, as soon as I try to go to do a video, this shit happens. Okay, about time. I got the mouse connected. Let's get into this. Okay, let's get into LumaFusion. So the way I have all of this set up, I actually have my intros, my outro, and just other things set up down here. So if you are familiar with LumaFusion, you'll kind of get what I'm talking about here. And the reason I have it all set up like this is because it's super easy to do when I'm actually doing a new project. So let me just kind of show you what I mean. Do a new project, usually shoot in 24 frames, but at 23.98. The YouTube format is 16:9. Add a project. Okay, so this is the new project, and what I'll usually do, intro, go into it. See, and I have all of these little things here that are just presets. Like I have all these little presets in here. So this is my intro. These are just a couple overlay font things. My subscribe button here that I just did. If you watch my I need to change video I just put out, I'm trying to brand my channel right, so I did all of this so that everything's kind of similar. Anyways, I have all of these things in here that are super easy to use, and I'll show you how I end up using these. Let's say I wanted my intro, so I will highlight all of my intro, and I click down here, copy, and that is copied. Then I go back out, the new project, I come back down here and then paste it. So, and then the whole thing is here and good to go. So what I'm gonna do is kind of just go through this, break it down, show you guys exactly what I did and why I did it, my thought process and all that, and hopefully you could kind of take away something from this. So maybe if you're editing on the iPad, you could learn a little bit and maybe make your own kind of intro, because these are pretty easy to make. It did take me a long time to learn how to do these, because a lot of the other LumaFusion tutorials on YouTube, they don't teach you this stuff. They send out their own, like what do you call them, presets and stuff that are made for LumaFusion, and that's not a bad thing, but I just kind of learned this by myself, and I just started messing around and seeing what I could do, what I couldn't do, and there's a lot you can't do, but I did learn quite a bit, and I think I like this intro. I really do. I like the way it turned out, but there was a lot of overlays that I put in that I couldn't actually use. There are limitations to LumaFusion, like there was some that were made in After Effects that you couldn't just overlay on this timeline for LumaFusion, so that's annoying, but figured it out. I'm not too sure how to exactly break this down in a way that makes sense, so I'm just gonna I'm gonna pull this whole thing apart, show you what I did, and we'll just kind of start from scratch, and I'll have this all laid out over here. Let's add a blank one of these and just spread those out. So first thing I did, I went through this thing here, and I found all my old clips of me, because it is my channel, and I wanted to put a little bit of my family in there because I do a lot of vlogs. So I put a little bit of Kai in there, and Danae and Star, and anyways, that's not the point. But I went into here where it is intro clips. I just named it intro clips because these are just all different kinds of clips that I actually have that I knew I wanted to put in there. And I just started looking through them, scrolling through them, like I wanted this in there, and I just cut that down to the movement. I liked that movement. So what I ended up doing, I just kind of put a bunch of these down. I want to do this. I'm going to make this a quick video, so I'm not going to fully do all of this, but let's just say you had a bunch of different clips all laid out the way you wanted them. Something I found out that is you don't want your intro to be longer than like about 12 seconds. 10 seconds is even long. 12 seconds is really long. But the thing with YouTube too, people could just double tap it and click ahead of that. So, you know, people could skip ahead of your intro. So it's not a big deal. But my intro, I think, is like a 10 seconds. Or no, 11 seconds. But that's a long time. Like, if people are sticking through your intro, you probably have a good intro if it's that long. I don't know. I like my intro, and there was nothing that I wanted to cut out of it. Really tried to cut out lots. Like, there was so many clips that I had that I cut out. But anyways, so let's say that's it. The thing I did was I went through tons of different songs. Like I named all my different kinds of songs. Like, these are big songs that are not allowed to use in YouTube. But sometimes I use songs that I'm not really, well, you could use them, but you just can't get monetized and you get copyrighted. So that's a whole thing. But I have those songs there if I want to use them. Casey beats are just kind of like beats that remind me of Casey Neistat's vlogs that I really like. And then these are all of my songs from Epidemic Sound. And I went through like so many of these songs that I just couldn't find one. And then I was like on YouTube and I was looking through like this thing of Logic making beats, and I freaking love that beat. Man, I'm trying not to swear, but I fucking love that beat. It's so sick. But I really liked it. So what I did was just added that over underneath. So let's say that's kind of where I started out at. So I started out having my clips, and each one I wanted each clip to stop on a beat. So like let's watch this through quick.
No problem.
Beat. See like how that beat's like.
No problem.
Each time it does that, I try to cut to a different video, different clip in my intro. So like it's satisfying like when you're watching it.
No problem.
So and yeah, so it kind of just works, and I just felt that was like the perfect song. And he put it on there free for like his fans and stuff, so I'm not getting copyrighted for it. Okay, so once I picked the song, that's when I started doing overlays. So I'll go through all my overlays that I downloaded. Okay, so there's two parts to this. There's a way you could do it for free that can help you out. What I first started doing in the beginning, I was doing a lot of this stuff for free. So I just typed in free overlays, but I knew I wanted to do some like what are they called, like the Super 8 film stuff. I really like that look, so I went through all of these. I forget where I found them, but I went through and I found a ton of free stuff. That's what I did when I first started. And if you look at my beginning intro from the first beginning of all my videos when I first started YouTube, that was all made, all that was free. I wasn't spending no money. I was like, I'm new to YouTube, why would I be spending money? But these, I actually went on to, what's it called? Motion Array. I just seen like an ad for it. So I went on there, paid it, and now I'm done. I just downloaded some stuff, and it's like a monthly thing. I'm not gonna be using it monthly. I just took what I needed and I'm out. So I have everything labeled different. These are overlays that I got from a creator on YouTube where I really like these. So I didn't use these first, these were later. So the first thing were all overlays. So all my overlays, most of these, like some of these are ones I just found online. Like this, I just found this online. I thought it looked really cool. This I found online, free, which I thought was kind of cool. Yeah, so what you could do, like on motion array, these are the ones I got for motion array. Like this is like a transition. So if you look in the beginning here, right here, that's the transition right here. So I don't want to, yeah, I guess I can move all this. My intro's already, so you could go like this. Okay, so once you put these like over top, I'll show you how to do it. So you double click it, you go down to blend, and it depends which one it is. Some of them are different, but you go normal. That's the normal, what it normally looks like when you first put the overlay on. But sometimes you just got to skim through these, see what looks best, what works. Most of the time it's either screen or overlay. So screen is the one I was using, and it works perfect. So as you can see, it just kind of boom, clicks like that, and then it's kind of like that overlay, like it just happened. But the thing with all of these are, you want to put sound design at the bottom. Like I'll show you down here, I added, see, like this is a record dust loop. That's the sound that I have that comes on. Let's move that over here so you can hear it. So you hear that. I know it's super subtle, but these things really make a difference. And I put this just kind of, I'm getting into a little bit ahead of myself. I'm kind of getting into the sound design, but I'm just trying to show you this, what like the process is of everything. No problem. And that sound is just a sword scrape, which I just thought sounded holy hell, man. That was just a sword scrape that just kind of reminded me of like, Jesus, reminded me of like Wu-Tang, because like this beat is just kind of like reminded me of like that boom bap like Wu-Tang beat, and that's why I put this in there. I just think it sounds really perfect. No problem. No problem. And that just whole thing just sounds so cool to me. Anyways, so there's all of these other overlays you got going on here, and this is what I just put at the beginning. Like, look how long it is. It's already like, what is it, 6 seconds long. What I did, I dropped it in here, and I like the first part where it says motion picture. Nobody could even really read that when it starts, but it keeps going, says picture start, and then right at 8 there I cut it. I think that's where I cut it, and that's 0.15 seconds. That I didn't even do any like overlay part, like changed it to any kind of overlay. I just let that run. So the thing with all of these, like if you look closely in where I did all of this, what I did with this one is I just made this smaller. Like that's all I did. I did nothing else. I just made that smaller. So you got your overlays, you got your music, you got your clips. And the thing with your clips, you can make them very short. Like the way the eye works, you still get a glimpse of those, like your brain processes those pictures super fast, even if it's really short. I don't like to make them that short. Like if you look this one clip is 0.07 seconds, and you barely see it, but I'll show you, like you could still kind of see it. See, and then it just kind of cuts really fast. That one clip right here. And so yeah, so like make your clips nice and short, unless you like just want to have one long one. It's all up to you. Like there's no right or wrong way. I say just have fun with it. I didn't really follow anything. I just, the way I thought it looked, if it looks cool and engaging for me, I think other people might like it. So you got your videos, your music, your overlay. So the thing what I did was I let a lot of these first, let's call these the first overlays. I let these kind of go through the whole thing. And that's when I started to do the other smaller like little overlay things. What am I doing here? Oh, so intro transitions, that's what I called them. So I put these like here. Let's say I'm switching from this clip to this clip. So what I want to do is, this one is also screen. So that's why I did these ones. Here, let's move this quick. So it switches to like a different clip. So, but when you play it fast, it's super fast. You don't even notice it really.
problem.
You know what I mean? So those are the second overlays that I did, and I didn't do many of them. I really didn't. I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and this one was something kind of different. If you could kind of see, it's just like a light flare transition thing that I liked. Like I tried to space them out also, so like I spaced that one out because this is actually a blank clip right here that I did. So once you do those, you got those overlays. I also do have these that I use in just kind of normal videos. And what you can do too, like I have TV static here. So with TV static, these, same thing, you put the overlay, switch the thing, and then it makes it look like you were watching it on a VHS or something. So let's go light, and you can kind of watch that back. So that's that. Like that's pretty simple. And the biggest thing that I did in my intro is my sound design. So I tried to match all of my sound design with a video. So it doesn't really seem like it, but I did. So because I had a coffee cup in this clip, I added this. It's a coffee slide. I'll move it over here so you can just hear it. You hear that? You really can't even notice it, but like because it's so hidden in all of these other designs. But what else do I got here? So tire spin, because I have my Super 73 there, so you can't really hear that. Here I was just shaking my head, so I put this sensor to make it seem like I was swearing. I also have this snowmobile thing that says that I'm driving by because of my Super 73. The DJ record scratch, I just like that sound. I don't know, I just added this beer can one. Key movement, you don't even know, like it's so fast on all of here, it just all sounds kind of normal, like it fits. Except for maybe this painful scream. I just think it's funny because it's on Star Wars when the stormtroopers scream like that. You'll hear it.
No problem.
Sweet. Beer can, waterboard, painful scream,
No problem.
dial-up modem. Like yeah, like this a thing. Like I had random things in there, like dial-up modem. If anybody knows what dial-up is, dial-up internet. But that was like the biggest thing that I did, was add sound design. And okay, the one thing I did too, I'm gonna show you guys all something pretty cool. For this logo, I'll show you what I use. Bazart. This thing is dope. I love this. So what I do, you could do so much of this. I'm not gonna get into this, but this is a cool app that you could do all kinds of stuff. And you see how it's checkered in the background? That means it's transparent, so you can put that on anything and the background will not be there. So I save this, and then what I do, I go back into LumaFusion, and then I go to my photos where it's saved, and I add that there, and look at that. See, it's already right there. So that's, and then the thing with this too, you click it, you can move it around, make it smaller, bigger, whatever. And that's all I did. Like that's honestly all I did for like this intro part. I just made that look like that with certain fonts and added it on there like that. And what I did was just add these underneath these so that it kind of looks like a different, you could either move them a little bit or brighten them or whatever, so it looks like it's kind of moving. Like if you really look at it, see, it looks like that. And yeah, that's pretty well it. It's super simple. Like if you didn't know that about all of this, it wouldn't seem simple. Like even for me, like figuring all of this out is just trial and error, seeing what worked, what didn't work. But I tried a bunch of different stuff, and this is what works for me, and I like the way it looks now. And oh, and if you do use LumaFusion, there is, like, this is just a transition pack that comes with it that I use. Transition, here, I'll just show you over here. Where we're doing all these, you could just do all kinds. Like I just did the zoom blur one, but you could do this and just let it play. And then that could go through like that. Like if you wanted like a slower kind of video intro. No problem. See, like even that looks cool. Just like we're just messing around and it still already looks pretty cool. But yeah, like you could do all kinds of cool stuff with that. I don't know, for me, I just like having something that just kind of defines my channel, like a song that I really like. That just kind of gives you a feel for it. Like that song, I will never get sick of that song. And like just right from the beginning, it's just like no problem, you know? So I don't know, for me, I think the song is like a big part of it. That's why like my last video, I really liked that song. It's called Good Girls Eat by Jeff Kale. Love that song. There's all these songs that I wish I could use too. Like frick, if I could put like Super Bad James Brown in there, fuck, that would be an intro, man. But yeah, then every one of my videos I wouldn't be able to monetize. Anyways, I hope I did this right and showed you kind of how to do this easy. I think I did. It seems pretty simple. Oh, like I'll show you one more quick thing. With this, I just doubled this. Bring it down, duplicated it, and then the bottom layer, I went, where is it? If you go here, the little raindrop, you can make these very blurry. I didn't want it that blurry. I still wanted to see a little bit of the back, you know? So I think that looks pretty cool. But yeah, anyways, there's just little things like that that you could do. Just like how I made this smaller. And like that, I just cut the sides off. Super simple, but it looks like it's just kind of like an old TV. But yeah, just things like that. Just think outside the box, what you like, what you think looks cool. But anyways, I think that's good. I think that's a good place to end. If you do have any questions about the intro, just let me know in the comments. Oh, also, I did a whole outro. All of this should apply to the outro also. Just think about, if you are on YouTube, just think about, here, let's go to this quick outro. So if you are on YouTube, think about this quick. When your video is done, you can put videos for people to click on and a subscribe. You can actually put 2 videos. So make sense of it. That's why I put this subscribe here and this watch more here. So, and then I just wanted to put the music because I feel like I haven't been doing that, and I do want to give credit where credit is due. So anyways, here's my outro, and all of this should apply to this. Yeah, we'll catch you in the next video. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.